Hey there guys, welcome back to NIMBY Rails. We're in Leeds again today. We're going to do the line out to Skipton, or at least part way to Skipton. I want to get at least to Shipley, but we may not get any further than that. Oh, this isn't a full 6 tracks. That's okay actually, because they do sort of split just up here, so arguably it would have been more if it was 6 track. I'm just going to spin that round because then I can parent it a bit easier. 10, remove constraint, big parent, 15, there we go. The idea for doing that, parenting all nodes off of the one main node, is I can build quad track sections, which is incredibly useful now that I've worked out how to get it to work reliably. I'm going to leave that as just going that far, no further for now. I believe we come off apparently there, so I think it must come a bit closer to the edge there to get a nice curve. Then some singles to connect that up, and then another branch that pulls out onto a bridge. This is complicated. I've got a very small gap there to get onto the bridge. And then off the bridge. And there we go. I'm inclined to try pulling these back a little bit. Yeah, it needs to form the crossover because there is a crossover there, but then also be on a bridge in time for the other line. So that's fine. And there's a couple of sets of points as well, just because it can't all be simple. There's got to be a bit of complicatedness to it. So there's one there, and there's one up from here. And that does appear to be it, I think. Let's make that look a bit neater. Oh, there is also a curve off there onto here. There we go. Actually, I'm looking at it, I'm not sure that is a bridge. I've changed my mind, it's not a bridge. It's all level. Sorted. Then there's also this crossover. You can never have too many crossovers, clearly. And off there into some sidings. There's just a couple of sidings. I think technically there's 4, but I don't know how many I'm going to do. Maybe 3. I just put a third one down the middle. There we go. Right then, back to the 4 tracks. Onwards. Here we go. We come up here, alongside the dual carriageway, and then something happens here. So, what is that? The top 2 come around here. So if I just take those off, there we go. Now I can actually that's not the best way to do it. It's another tip. If you pull all 4, then take off the 2 that include the origin node, you can pull off again without having to connect up with single sections. Although obviously you do have to rebind that node and change its distance. Oh, I clicked the wrong button. I'm very bad at clicking remove constraint instead of pick parent. I do it a lot by mistake. Okay. So then around here we have a single track come off, and that comes up here. Put it next to that node, and along, and it eventually binds into there. There we go. Next to it, there's a set of points across. So obviously it's a junction, so we've got to have points. And behind that, there's a set across here. All nice and complicated. I think that's everything there, but I'll just check. No, it suggests there's more. Yes, there is. Here we go, I found it. It's there. Comes across to up here. That's everything. Then I need to work out which route I'm using. I'm using the bottom one, next stop Kirkstall Forge. So I'll just go find it on the map quickly. There it is. Right, it's up here somewhere. I would assume. Logically, it is in Kirkstall. When has logic ever had anything to do with it? It's south of the river. Does seem to be around here. There we go, that's where it is. We'll put in a 250 metre platform, standard length. Kirkstall Forge. And then go and get the track. Which, unfortunately, because of the river, is going to need a viaduct. As much as we hate viaducts. Seems like it goes through those trees. That's fine. We just follow vaguely where it's meant to go. It doesn't have to be perfect. Mainly because the game doesn't really allow that sometimes. Then we come onto a viaduct. And I'm going to have to do it in more than one section. Off the other side, there we go. Kirkstall Forge. The next stop is Appley Bridge. That is technically after a junction. It's next to the junction, so. If I zoom out again, Appley Bridge is up here. In this location. Technically the platforms are staggered, but it's really difficult to do staggered platforms. And I really can't be bothered. So we're just going to have quite a long station instead. And then go back down to Kirkstall Forge and get the track again. So round the bend. Viaduct over the river. Off the other side. And sweep up towards Appley. And then at some point I've got to build a junction off to the north. Goes up to Ilkley. I think it's pretty much next to the station, so probably not reached it yet. Viaduct. Annoyingly wide rivers in this area. There we go. Yeah, so that's the curve that it comes down. So then it's just a matter of working out where it should come off from. By the looks of it, it comes off over here. And then there's obviously a junction because it's only a single track. And it then follows along parallel. Here we go, I'll bind it to the nodes from this point onwards. And then curves up here. into position. If I just move a couple of nodes so it crosses there nicely. Going to be bound to that, and that, and that. He says that needs moving. There we go. All nice and sorted. And that'll go up towards Ilkley. Continuing on the main route, we come through to Shipley, which is going to be complicated. So, let's find Shipley on the game, and it is here. So, we have 2 platforms down here, 250 metres long, 2 along the top that are 250 metres long, and then 1 down this side that needs to connect up to at least one of the others. And really doesn't have to be 250 metres long, because I can't do it. There's not enough space. Some of these corners are going to be quite tight. There's not really a way around that, unfortunately. Let's go get the track and bring it through. So, across the river, up here, across another river, and move that node so that it doesn't slow down quite as much as it was. There we go. And then I just have to work out where we come out. It's technically in a tunnel here, I think, so hazard a guess it comes out along here. And then that's probably where it's in a tunnel through to there. A very rough guesstimate. I'm probably completely wrong, but it's good enough. Then along here, down along the river, across that road, which is really annoyingly placed, all things considered. And I'm going to have to viaduct again to get into the station. There we go. On the other side of things, we've got a junction off there. That's coming into that line. And it then has a set of points across there. And another junction off that goes onto the viaduct and comes in parallel. Sorted. And then over the other side of this road we have 4 points. They're set like so, and then a junction off. And now to work out where that junction goes off to. It comes up through that gap. So we'll just put the bridge in. Then I just have to connect that up to it. Sorted. We'll get back to that in a minute. Out the other side of Shipley is actually reasonably simple. This line comes out and up there apparently through a tunnel. This line connects on like so. I'm going to move these points along just to make it look a bit nicer. There we go, that's the best I can do. And it does have a set of points further up, but I need to extend this line a little further for that. It's sort of around here roughly, so that you can get across to the other line. At the bottom end of Shipley, we're going to Frising Hall, something, which is down here somewhere. I mean, hazard a guess, it's next to the Frising Hall on the map. Yeah, it's sort of there-ish. Shrink the station down, and then Frising Hall. If I bring the line back up, back towards Shipley, we come into that platform. Then there's, similar to what we just did, set of points off into there. Maybe be a little shorter. And then a crossover to get onto the other track again. Sorted. Shipley is done. The other branch of the triangle up towards Ilkley comes into a station at Baildon, which is sort of up here somewhere by the looks of it. I think there. So I'll just pull that down. It's probably not a long platform, but we'll do the full 250 metres because we've got space. Baildon. Get the track and bring it up. I'll just viaduct the roads as well while I'm at it, because it'll be it's easier to build a long viaduct than it is to build a short one. And we have to turn into that. And then I have to work out what's going on with the junction up here and where it is. So it looks like it's here. We double track from around this point. So double track this all the way up. Before that point it's single track, which then has a set of points into the double. That's what this connects up to. So this can now be brought up. The network in this area is a mess. Then out of Baildon, we also have to come up to there somehow. But working out how to get out of Baildon is not the easiest. It looks like it comes out sort of in this direction. Out there. Then around through there. Across this road in a way that I probably can't do at the right sort of angle. So I need to be coming in there. So yeah, that's going to need a viaduct, unfortunately. I was really trying to avoid a viaduct on that road, but not possible. We come along this cutting and into a tunnel again. And that tunnel comes out there. Then joining on here, we come onto one line there. Join that up, and then there's again a crossover that's going to need some neatening. Neatening time. In terms of stations, there are quite a few up here, so I might not do all of them depending on how much we've already done. Yeah, I'll just get up to Guiseley and then stop. So Guiseley station is here by the looks of it. My educated guess of it's near the footbridge looking thing on the map. 250 metres. Give it its name. Guiseley, not Guiseley Post Office. I get across that road, but not the other one. Does it? It tunnels underneath. Okay. Tunnel. Keep tunnelling. Out. Up there and in. There we go. So, I mean, we've kind of done it. We've got the start of the branch down to Bradford Forster Square, the start of the branch up to Wilkley, and the start of the main line out to Skipton. Wherever Skipton is, I've lost it. There it is, up there. So, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed and want more, and I'll catch you in the next one.